Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. Man, what is going on, guys? What a rough day today, man. What a day. And the day happens to be Sunday. Okay. Think about live. You can't even trick nobody on live. You can't say today happens to be Tuesday when you live because it's obvious today is whatever the day it really is. So no trickery involved on a live stream, okay? And this happened to be streaming on my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel. So what's going on to everybody over there on Facebook? My minivan page. I haven't done one yet on that PT Cruiser page. Although I need to, man. They be thinking I ain't showing no love over there, man. I love everybody, man. Everybody on both pages. I just don't have time to check every time I log in over there on my Facebook, the PT Cruiser or the minivan, there's a gazillion questions, and it got that way because I don't log in on those every day. Most of my traffic I want on my YouTube, so whenever I log in, I try to jump on those questions and apologize for being late getting to them, but I do end up getting to them, so that's no big deal. All right, so guys, what I typically do on Sundays is chit chat. Thursdays and mostly Sundays. I end up going to my channel and catching up on some questions that I haven't had time to get to. Like I say, it's Sunday. Everybody busy, but the thing about live stream is you can come back later and watch the video. Okay, so let me go to my page right now. Oh, by the way, I got a buddy coming on board soon, later on today, later on in this stream. So, but for now, guys, let me go to my page and let's catch up on some of these questions I haven't had time to get to. All right. Let's see what's going on. Can't read with these shades on. What the hell I got shades on the house for? Anyway, Richard, my man Richard, what is going on, Richard? I am a mobile mechanic and I get good information from you. Appreciate all the knowledge you share. My man Richard. Richard been cool with me for a long time, man. I appreciate you watching these videos, Richard. I thank you very much. In fact, right here live on air or on stream, let me give you one of them hearts and a thumbs up. And so nice of you. Appreciate that. I don't like they ready-made templates. I tend to keep it simple, man. Thanks for watching, my man. Thanks for watching, my man. I really appreciate it. Watching, my man. Richard is a cool dude, man. Richard been around for a minute. Who else? It's a bunch of them. I ain't gonna be able to go through all of them, but I'm gonna go through a few. It's cool, man. I'm listening. That's what's up. Great video. I agree with you. Grab the opportunity while you can. That's my buddy Vince. Vince, thanks for watching, man. I assume, yeah, that's the video I upload today. By the way, guys, I did upload a video today. I BTJT, baby. I was on break. Well, I made a break. I squoze. Is that a word? Squoze. I squeezed in a break and went to make some quick money right quick. So I decided to capture it on video. Vince, thanks for watching, man. Get it while you can, while you're healthy. Big thumbs up and heart for my man Vince. I appreciate it. Who is this? Uriel Smith. Oh, my man, he commented on the video, the ZF transmission video. I'd wager these transmission will last at least 200K miles trouble-free without service. Most people don't keep cars much longer than that. You're right, man. That people nowadays, man, they hanging on the cars maybe 2 years. And before the car reached 200,000 miles, they sick of it by the end, so they want something new. So yeah, the 8-speed, you was talking about the ZF 8-speed rear-wheel drive. I agree, guy. It will hang around for a while. My man Paul Joe, what's going on, Paul? Yes, no, not with a gapper, Paul. I didn't do it with a gapper. Paul, that I know where you're going with this, and that is extremely important. I agree with you, Paul. You should, guys, when you're doing a tune-up and you grab spark plugs fresh out of the box, please check your gap. Okay, because if nothing else, eyeball it. I mean, you can't eyeball it precisely. You're not going to get it on point. But I know what Paul is going with this. That, by the way, the tune-up I did on the 3.6, I had today. That happened today. I happened to not have my gap. I left it in my toolbox, so I decided to squeeze. I said, my man, Chuck Scott, Chuck Scott, Chuck Scott. What is that? Why that name sound familiar? Let me finish with Paul. So I decided to, guys, eyeball it. And I left my gapper at the shop. So, all right, Paul, I appreciate you bringing that up front, guys. Gap your spark plug when you pull them out of the box. Okay. I mean, some people may think I can eyeball them and they perfect. No, you still should check the gap. So please do that. I didn't do it on that video. I apologize. I didn't have my gapper, but you should always gap the spark plugs when you're doing a tune-up fresh out of the box, because you don't know exactly what a gap is. Okay. Appreciate that, Paul. Chuck Scott. This name sounds familiar, man. I can't. Chuck Scott. Chuck Scott. I had a manager named Chuck Scott. Chuck Scott. I can't. The name sound familiar, man. Anyway, thanks for joining the stream. I have a Jeep Liberty that has a blown head gasket. What would you charge for repairs? Can I ask you about Jeep Liberty? Man, we don't do head gaskets on those, no, man. That Jeep Liberty likely have a 3.7 in it, and I don't even have the tool anymore to do such a job. So I will have to turn you down, Chuck, man. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I don't have the tool. The timing chain tool. There's a special on the 3.7, guys, or 4.7 for that matter. That's a special tool you need to bring out the timing chain, bring out the timing chain complete, so it won't fall apart and disassemble and leave you up, shit creep. So I can't do it, Chuck. I'm gonna have to turn you down, buddy. Paul Joe, I check resistance, Paul. I don't know about that, Paul. I'm gonna check the gap. Paul checking resistance on brand new spark plugs, guys. According to Paul, hey, you hearing it from the horse's mouth. He typing on the side. All right, so that's my man Paul. I guess he always go a step further and beyond. Shaw family video, Russ 907. Guys, I got a special guest coming on at 9:10. I'm gonna introduce y'all to a buddy of mine, a YouTube buddy of mine. He have a cool channel, man. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to get into some things on how well this channel going and what you can do to help. It's all about help, guys, helping one another out, especially if, you have a channel. So there's not many people in the stream now, but if you have a channel, hey, man, hit me up and let me know how we can, if we can collab or anything like that. But at 9:10, which means I have 2 minutes, go ahead and chime in. Go ahead and click the link, Russ. But yeah, Russ said gap it. Okay. Paul Joe, 4,000 summer 0. That means it's bad plug. Really? 4K summer 0. That means it's bad plug. 4K. That's interesting, Paul. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's interesting. I don't know. Yeah. I would gap them though. I don't know. Paul said you should check resistance also. All right. Who's this? Be sure. Okay. My man Max Dina asked me a pretty technical question. I'm gonna have to get to that when I get off the stream. I hope my man subscribe. I really do. Michael Costa. He talking about the video I uploaded on the 3.6, guys. The 3.6 where you can get a head, a cylinder head if you fall into that category. Okay, you should add a caveat to your video that these heads are on intergalactic back order. There is, man. It took me a while. When the shop get them, man, we hang on to them, man. We don't even sell them to other shops. Okay, so we hang on to them for dear life. We're not selling our heads to, especially the competitor. You ain't about to get our head. But that's a good point, Michael Costa. Appreciate you watching, baby. Potato. How often should I change my Grand Cherokee transmission fluid? Owner's manual says 120 miles, but that seems excessive. That is excessive. Potato. Y'all kill me with these names. That's excessive. Now, I think you're reading into that wrong also. There's a scheduled driving plan. Schedule B, Schedule A. I think Schedule A is the most severe. Tom, am I saying this right? Schedule A is severe, which means, let's say you treating your van like a Uber or you're doing a lot of driving. They suggest you replace it at 60. So half of that. Now, if you barely driving your van, yeah, 120K is fine. But if you put it this way, if you live in Atlanta, you need to go every 60 or lower, for that matter. But yeah, I had a 15 Grand Cherokee Friday stuck in four-wheel low. Just replaced the transfer case. Same problem. 15K Grand Cherokee Friday stuck in four-wheel low. Replace the transfer case and you got the same problem. Then, hey Tom, something's telling it to stay in low. Ain't it? It might be like dang, what's the module? It's a module that controls those. I can't even think of the name of it. But you put a new transfer case on it and it's stuck and still have the same problem. Something is commanding that. You're getting a bad input from somewhere saying, maybe the switch saying, I want to be in low. I want to be in low. Yeah, that's weird. Man, hit me up when you find something out on that, Tom. That's pretty. That is weird. Let me do something right quick, cause guys, like I say, I have a special guest I'm about to bring on. Shaw Family Videos. I'm gonna let him explain his name because I have a hard time. It sounds like a family channel, right? But he got car videos over here, so we're gonna let him explain this stuff to you. I'm gonna pull up parts of his channel so we'll be ready. So guys, what is it? 9:12. Man, I'm 2 minutes late. Guys, I'm gonna introduce y'all. Let me bring my man in here. Add stream. Russ, that's your name, Russ. Okay. What's going on, Russ? I can't hear you. Let me see if my mic on. Is your mic on? Did you check your audio, Russ? Can you hear? Yeah, is you muted? See if you muted or something. Oh, I got you muted. There you go. Or at least I had you muted. Yeah. Mute mic. Okay. Yeah, squeeze on in here, Russ. In the meantime, you fix your mic and it should come right up. But remove. Yeah, I got you up. So whenever I hear your voice, just jump on in and start talking. But for right now, I ain't getting no audio. This is my man Russ channel, y'all. Now, yeah, I ain't hearing nothing, Russ. But there you go. What's going on?
There we go.
What is going on?
Got a swap mics over there. Hey, buddy, it's good to be on the air with you, so to speak.
Oh man, this guy got shades on, and I see the sun behind him. What side of the country are you on?
I'm Seattle area, man. I'm just north of Seattle, here in Everett, Washington, which we're big for getting the first COVID-19 case in the United States. So that's our claim to fame recently. Yeah.
Whoa! Y'all want to be known for that?
Yeah, my neighbor right here works there too. So my wife and I were like, we invited her over. Like, is that?
See that? So
we're all good.
It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, and I just looked outside. Daylight gone. It's dark, so
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we're up close to in the equinox. It won't get dark here until like almost 10 o'clock at night in the summer. Wow, it's weird. Like now the light's starting to get a little darker, but this is about the peak of daylight we're gonna get up here. It's weird.
Why you got a coat on, man? It's cold and sunny.
It's a little bit chilly. We had some wind breezing through here. It is. It's like 70 degrees, through the day, and yeah, 65 or something like that.
65, man. We would die for some weather. Yeah, we would kill for some weather like that. I think we hit 80 today. I want to say I'm in Atlanta area, so I think we hit 80 today. So listen, man. I'll let you do the honors. Introduce yourself, man. Talk about your channel, what you have to offer, and what's going on with you, man. A lot of people don't know you, so it's a good chance to introduce yourself.
I started the channel back in 2008, before monetization was a thing. I thought it would be just like a way to put our family videos on the cloud, hence the name Shaw Family Videos. Right. And if you go way back, like it's just a lot of, stuff that you would share, family stuff. But then I used to do this, JT, before, YouTube was a thing. I'd record on a video camera me doing jobs so that I would remember what I did, in case I had to do it again. Right. And I started posting them on YouTube and they started getting like, tens of thousands. I got like 4 or 5 videos with over 100,000 views.
Wow.
And so, yeah, then the monetization kicks in, and I'm making about 150, 200 bucks a month off the channel, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's gonna grow, man. That's gonna grow as
Yeah.
time, especially YouTube see you working and they'll jump in and give you a hand. I can't speak firsthand on that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you what's in the plan? You got plans for the channel, or you just taking it
I'm
where it leads?
unemployed right now.
Oh,
I was
so
a Uber Lyft driver and doing that
oh
with a
yeah,
van for about 5 years. You know, I
yeah.
upgraded to the van eventually, and you know, it was also another way to make more videos. You know, you're driving all the time.
Woo, wasn't it though? I did the same thing. My channel was called Rideshare Guru or something.
Oh
So
yeah,
I was trying to blend the automotive with the rideshare. I finally I couldn't split them up like that, my time up like that. So I started focusing solely on uh the automotive business. Man, it's a couple of videos I want you to explain. But yeah, you're right
okay,
about here's your popular uploads, and these
yeah.
got some big numbers on here, man. 134, 116K. I'm talking about K. This water pump on a Chevy Cruze, that was pretty difficult. I've never done one, but
No, it's pretty easy. And then I found out after I did it that it's covered under warranty up to
oh
100,000. But I'd done it twice. Like, so these vehicles got overheating problems. And that's what they did is they took a
no!
turbocharger and they stuck it on a 1.4 liter engine, right? Like the engine block is the size of a bread box.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
It's a quick little car. It was until about 150,000 miles.
Wow. Yeah, okay, you're right, because you got stuff on here said 3 years ago. So you've been in it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just start putting your all into it. That's what's up, man. Ecotech. What's this all about? That's a Chevrolet thing, huh?
Yeah, it's that little Chevy engine there.
All right, so let me tell the people how I met you or how you caught my interest. Y'all know I do 3-6, right? Pentastar. I'm a Pentastar man.
Yeah.
Some dude already had the name Pentastar Dude. My buddy, 3.6 Pentastar. So that was unavailable to me. So I do Pentastar videos, Val. So I look on the internet, I see a guy doing a video on how to do the broken rocker arm that's closest to the timing chain. So I'm like this in the screen. How is he gonna pull this off? How is he gonna pull this off? So this guy had jokes. He was cracking jokes the whole. He was pissed off at certain times. Then he would jump back on. I'm like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? He's bending stuff and then cracking. But it was his own car, so you can take a few chances when it's your own car or whatever. But
yeah, 200,000 miles on it.
Right. So, but
Yeah.
what tripped me out is you pulled it off, and I'm like, this guy is not a quitter. And he went back because you committed at that point. You can't tow the car to a shop. That would kill your ego.
Yeah.
So that would
Actually, I pulled
ruin
it from a shop.
Oh,
the
you
guy
got it
told
from
me what was wrong with it. So I thought it was an exhaust thing because I've replaced a couple of. When I first got the vehicle, it was making that little ticking sound, and I replaced a rocker not too long after that. And then I did another one.
Right.
I think I uploaded another video on it, but that was the third.
Oh, the third one. So which
it made a different sound because I thought it was an exhaust leak or something.
Oh,
because it had a different sound to it right next to the timing chain.
That's the same thing we go through with the Hemi. A lot of guys can't determine if it's exhaust stud or a rocker or a lifter. I mean, but okay. So you pull that off. Oh, I know I was going to ask you. So you didn't like this wasn't a good idea to replace them all since you was in there because you say you keep going.
I should have done that the first time.
Right.
But I was kind of intimidated by popping off the camshaft. But I guess they come off on the end, right? The cam comes off on the end, like you don't.
But you close to that timing chain, and I was telling people, I mean, you can do it, but you got to be extremely careful. In fact, here's a link to a Shaw family video. Go see how he pulled it off, because I can't tell you. I take cams off, I take phasers off, and do them that way. But yeah,
I loosened it way up, just where it was just barely sitting on there. The chain was the only thing holding it on,
right?
And then just popped it over with a screwdriver from the back.
Yeah, you was able to fish it in. Yeah.
Oh man, I did my happy dance when it popped in there too, JT. I'm like, woo, yes! Like I didn't, I'm like pulling the timing chain off. I have no idea.
I'm telling you, man, I get asked that all the time. So I finally end up recording a video on how to do it if you have to do it. But a lot of people, like you say, you had 200,000 miles on it. I mean, you'll find a
Yeah.
way at that point. All right, man. Tell us about this minivan. I saw at least 5 videos concerning that mini.
Oh, the Vicky.
Vicky, what is that all about? Golly.
Okay, so Vicky, the reason she got the name Vicky was from my neighbor, and she's been driving this thing forever, and we would hear her come home, right? You could hear that thing coming down the street, had this squealing. I was like,
Oh, it's loud.
You know.
Wow.
And finally, she's the one that works at the hospital too. So she's a trauma nurse there at the hospital in our city. And she said, yeah, I think I'm just going to give it to the wrecking yard. And I said, well, I'll buy it from you. Like, heck, you're going to give it to the wrecking yard. They're going to give you maybe $100, 150. So I'll take it for that. And she goes, Russ, you know what? I don't want to deal with the paperwork. I'll just give you the van. How's that? And I'm like, okay, and we named the van Vicky because my wife and I kept saying, we kept calling the van Vicky's van. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take Vicky's van, or what's going on with Vicky's van? And I said, it's not Vicky's van anymore. It's our van. Let's just call it Vicky.
Oh, that was her name?
That's her name, our neighbor's name. So I'm like, let's just name the van Vicky. So the Vicky, it's been a treasure trove of content.
Okay. I got a couple people in the stream saying hello to you, man. I don't know if you can see the guys on the side, but
hey Tom, how's it going, man?
Man, Tom, speaking to you, and
see you.
Yeah, there's a couple of people over there. So yeah, man, this YouTube thing, wow. I see you. I can tell you pouring a little resources into it. You uploading a little bit often, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a hard time coming up with content, or how does that work for you?
Well, Vicky helps, but there's always stuff to record.
I don't mean to laugh at that. That was funny. Vicky helps with the content.
Yeah, she's like all sorts of problems with that.
I saw one you uploaded, man. You said something about you did some JB Well or something. You put some JB Well on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something I was going to ask you as a guy that works for Chrysler Jeep. Also, I want to mention to your viewers too that your channel is so important, and I so appreciate what you do, because a lot of the stuff that I've learned over the years, like I've been working on cars since I was 14, but I was in sales for a long time, and I sold pizza. So I would go to big shops at in industrial parks and stuff like that, and I would go to car dealerships at lunchtime. And I'd have a van, and I had, 30, 40 pizzas at a time, and I'd sell them. I just pull up to the lunch trucks. The guy's got the lunch truck over there, and I'm like, hey, let's sell you a whole friggin' pizza for $5. Okay. So I did this for a living for like 20 plus years. And I would go to the dealerships, and all the mechanics be like, hey, man, I'll give you a free pizza. You give me some freaking advice or some information on some stuff. And they would, they'd crack open the computer for me and all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
And I appreciate what you do, because before YouTube was a thing, to get information that from a guy like yourself, who's a certified mechanic for a Chrysler dealer, that's just gold. People realize, I know you can only say so much.
Right, dude. I still knock myself on the head from time to time because, Russ, I should have been doing this a long time ago. I would be so far advanced right now had I started back when I should have. And I've been doing videos. I've been in video world for a while. I just never thought to put my daily skills on video and see what happens, because I knock myself in the head all the time about that. Yeah. So.
And this car stuff is really important too, because I was overheard I was at like the hardware store in my city, and I overheard a couple of millennials or Gen Zers, and they're going, the only reason they were talking about TikTok, we're talking about videos. Right. They said, I only watch TikTok, but I'll go over to YouTube when I need to fix my car.
All right, man. Let me take a minute to give a shout out to my man Richard One. I don't know what the one means, but Richard is a buddy of mine, man. He just added a little something to it. I appreciate it, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Richard is a mobile mechanic. I got like 2 mobile mechanic dudes. A guy named Tim from Astro Auto Repairs, and Richard.
Yeah, his channel.
I have new respect for those guys, man. You know why? Because they will work on anything.
Yeah.
Anything, man. If I pop that hood and it don't look familiar to me, I'm like, okay, what? I really got to get to a computer at that point. But Richard and
That's the thing about the JB Weld. Speaking of working on anything,
yeah.
And so here's my theory, JT. So the 2000, I think it's 96 through 2000 minivans, the town and countries and the caravans, they have this kit. And what people are claiming, and there's a few videos on this, is that the serpentine belt falls off or slides off when it gets wet. And I'm like, I'm up here in the Seattle area. It's like always wet. Like that's not why.
Yeah, we used to fix those all the time.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We used to grind inside
the bracket. Is the bracket breaking off?
That's it. No, we used to have to grind the hole, take the tension off. Because I had a special tool for it. I done lost it. I ain't done one in so while. We would grind into that hole, put a new tension on it. I think the tensioner would sit back farther. I don't remember, but yeah, that was a big thing back in 96 or whatever year it was with the belt coming off.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was a huge thing.
And there's a kit for it that you can get a two-sided belt, and then you get the V, the fits into the grooves and all that. Right. But that's the side effect of that, is that if you don't, because the tensioner pulley is spinning like this, so it's off to the side, and that's what's causing that horrible sound. Over time, the belt's going to start breaking down on the side, or the tensioner bearings are going to be shot, and eventually your van's just going to start shrieking like a banshee go down the road.
Have you got it to shut up, or it's still noisy?
That's what I did. Is I just JB welded the bracket back on because I wasn't going to tap those holes. Like I can't fit a drill bit in there, much less a screw extractor.
Wow.
Unless I pull the engine. And let's face it, I'm not going to pull the engine out of the minivan I got for free that's 20 years old and, dents all over it. So now what the heck, JB Weld, you watch all these videos. There's a bunch of farmers in the Midwest whose tractors are held together with that stuff.
With JB Weld? Wow. God.
Yeah. Now we almost used a 3M product the second time. The first time it failed. I had to coat it with more. There's a 3M product, but it's like $100. And JB Weld is a really close second, and it was like $6.
He said a close second.
A close second at bonding metals,
Yeah.
You have aluminum timing chain cover, and then you have the steel bracket that the tensioner pulleys hook to.
Okay.
And, just glued them together. It's been a week and a half now. It's still going strong. And
oh, really? Without making any noise?
No. I think it has a little bit of a power steering thing going on, but that's not the newest.
There go you some more content, buddy.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't had much problem coming up with content, but I guess that's because of my daily job. So I don't know. I want to see this, man. What exactly you doing right here? This the bracket? That's just the motor mount right there.
That's the front motor mount bracket. So I changed both motor mount brackets, just to give it a little more support.
Oh, yeah, right. Because the bushing is inside that mount. Oh, you did the top one and the real one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that would give it a little more, and you can see where I'm pointing up to where the bracket is broken, and that bracket's sticking out, and you can see the screw up in there. Oh, and that's what I had to bring that bracket back to where it's flat against the timing chain cover. Oh, and that's another thing too. I could have pulled off the timing chain cover, but again, I got 2 bolts broken off in there.
Right.
I wasn't sure if I could even get it off.
Wow.
Because one of the bolts is broken off, because there's a steel engine block, and then there's aluminum timing chain cover. And I've got how much threads in that timing chain cover. I don't want to do that work trying to get a timing chain cover just to find out I can't get it off.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
So sometimes you gotta innovate and kind of.
Oh, you do. You most certainly do. So your channel monetized, right?
Oh yeah.
That was that procedure. Was that getting that done hard? Because I know a lot of guys. My buddy, damn, for you from Canada, what's his name? My buddy. He like 100.
This guy's shop.
This guy's garage. You're right. This guy's
garage. That's right.
Sean. Yeah, this guy's garage. He's like 100 away. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
Well, I was already monetized a long time before they changed the rules. So the rules came along. We
they
got
did.
kicked off of
They
monetization.
did. Yeah, they did. They did me
Yeah,
like that. They did me
because of
like
that
that.
freaking that idiot. What's his name that went in the woods with the suicide forest? That's what
That's
happened.
what triggered all of that.
Oh yeah, because Google, a bunch of advertisers who were advertising on YouTube just pulled the plug
Ooh.
and got really upset about. I forget the guy's name. He's a big star YouTuber. He was in a movie recently too, even.
Oh wow.
But yeah, when he did that, that changed everything.
Wow. Yeah.
So
So I
you
hope
don't
he
go
get over
filming
that.
dead bodies in the woods.
So it takes a month waiting, right? It's a wait. If I because I can't remember how long it took, man. They asked me how long it take you to get monetized. Once I hit the threshold, I think it took another month for them to approve it or something like that. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know,
they have
but
to go through them all. It took us like 6 months once it got turned off.
wow.
We were already monetized before that, and then all of a sudden, because
Oh,
we
you
had,
had to.
it was like $100, $200 a month we were making, and then all of a sudden nothing for
Oh yeah.
August all the way to January. I think
Yeah.
it's we finally got approved again.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It took me a month, because like I said, I got knocked off, and then once I finally hit 1,000, I got knocked. It took a month for them to approve it, and then once I got approved, I really went to work. I held a lot of videos back until they said, "Okay, you're approved." So ain't no sense in me getting wasted watch time and watch hours and all that. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. You
I
have to have
held
a
back.
certain amount of time. You have to have a time watched, at least 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a lot. See, my
Yeah.
man Sean, I think he have the 4,000 watch hours. He got a couple
Oh
of
yeah.
heavy, yeah, he got a couple of heavy hitter videos out there. It just now it's the subscribers. So uh, 100 away. He should have it by next month. I'm rooting for him, pulling for him. It's only, you know,
There's
I,
a there's a couple of channels. A content bug is this woman who has a degree in like communications and media and stuff, and she does a channel called the Content Bug. If anybody's out there looking to grow their channel, like she has a lot of really good tips and pointers.
oh, okay.
When I was doing Lyft, JT, I picked up this young guy. My son is like, 25, and you look like younger than my son, and he gets in, and I go, chit chatting, like to chit chat. So, what do you do? And he says, he goes, oh, I make about $180,000 a year on social media.
Oh,
And I'm like,
golly.
what?
Holy
And I told him
smokes.
about my channel, and he said, well, let me check it out, and he pulls it up on his phone, and he goes, you want a couple tips? And I'm like, heck yeah,
Oh,
But he told me about, and you do this really well too. You do the thumbnails really well. He goes,
oh, yeah,
thumbnails
yeah,
are,
yeah.
they catch people's attention.
Dude, I was inspired by your buddy. I guess it's your buddy,
What's that,
Scotty.
Scotty?
Oh my God, man! I don't
Yeah,
know who do his stuff, but kudos to Scotty's manager or whoever
yeah,
running. I can't see Scotty sitting there at the computer, making a thumbnail. I just can't
right.
envision it. So he have to have some type of manager or something. But kudos to them, man. They
Yeah, he's a rich dude, man. That guy
oh
makes bucks.
oh
He's
he
over
released a
3
video
million.
three times a day.
Yeah,
Three
man.
times, like what do you talk about 3 times a day? He's just
Yeah,
I run out of stuff to talk about. But that dude got the YouTube game on lock. Well, that's for sure.
yeah. But you've
Uh,
been doing really good with that
Oh
lately. Like
yeah,
you've been
yeah,
working
yeah,
hard and coming up with content.
yeah. Well, it finally hit me there. I gotta have something to do when I'm done turning wrenches. So, what
Yeah,
better thing to do to set up and make a video? So if I can get paid to make a video,
exactly.
once I see guys out there really earning a decent living at it, you put your all into it. Because there's
Yeah,
some huge channels out there. Astro Auto Repairs doing fairly well, and that's what he do for a living. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, he's a mobile mechanic. So, I
Speaking of Scotty, he's kind of been dumping on Chrysler.
oh my
Ever
god,
since,
dude! Oh my
like, come
god,
on, man.
dude! All the time, and
Yeah,
I understand it generate views. So if that's his goal, he's pulling it off.
yeah.
But he turned a 500,000 people against Chrysler just like you think Chrysler shoot him some money to shut up. Like here,
Right.
just shut up.
And that's like the caravans, for example. Like if you go online and you look up like used caravans, there's some on there with 200, 300,000 miles, that are still selling.
Yeah.
And it's just to say that all Chryslers are garbage. It's just I think it's psychological. Like I remember him talking in one of his early videos about his dad, you know, and how his dad was crapping on Chrysler, you know. So and he worked with his dad in his dad's shop, and it's like it just kind of
Yeah, that's a funny dude, bro. That's a funny dude. I tell you one thing, I lost a good chunk of my content when this COVID-19 hit. Was at the car show. We used to have a car show every month here. Yeah, so every month I grab my camera, my disc, and just head out there. I'm guaranteed at least 50 videos from that setting alone every month. So I lost a lot of content creation opportunities. I don't know when that's ever coming back. So they closed the Detroit.
About doing something. I had an idea, JT, about that. Okay. And it's part of the salesman in me too. I thought about, I have friends that do car shows and stuff. A buddy of mine passed away a few years ago, had a heart attack. He had a huge car collection and stuff, but he kind of introduced me to that whole crew. But I thought it'd be cool, since there is COVID-19, to do like an online car show. Just like walk up on people with really nice cars, go, hey man, I got a YouTube channel. You know, is it cool if I show off your car? Because a lot of guys, not everybody, but a lot of folks want to talk about their car. Like, hey, I put on into this. Yeah, like I wonder if that would work, you know, like online car show 2020. Because people ain't having car shows, you know, it's like social distancing and all that.
I knew we was in trouble when Detroit Auto Show canceled their show. I was like, wow, this is crazy. They finna rearrange the whole way how they do business now. So
they canceled baseball and basketball. And
baseball should be going on right now. It's baseball season, right?
Yeah.
That's you a fan of baseball, basketball? Which one?
Kind of. You know, we don't have a basketball team anymore.
You say you in Seattle, Seahawks, right? But
that's right. Football's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen. They already talked about cutting the season short, so there's no preseason football. I mean, there's going to be 2 or 3 games.
Oh wow!
Which I don't know. That's not really missing a whole lot. There's a bunch of rookies out there.
But that's the city's revenue stream is gone because of that. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's crazy out there, man.
Seattle's got a lot of like it's becoming Silicon Valley Part 2. You know, you got Facebook's second largest hub of operations in Seattle now, and Lyft. I guess Lyft engineers, they got their second largest hub is in Seattle. A lot of people up here, so a lot of tech up here. Our housing prices have stayed the same.
Oh wow,
which is weird.
So are you done with rideshare, or you just don't have a vehicle to do it?
Yeah, JT, I think I'm done, man. I did. Yeah, I was in an accident with a rental.
Same here. That's how I got out. I wrecked my van.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I did a video on that van too. The wreckage. I pulled it down until I got my insurance money, so I guess it's okay to. I didn't want them to know. Yeah, I didn't want them to know. You know,
I still pay the deductible. I have $1,000 deductible. I owe them guys, and we got our stimulus money and all that. And I was going to pay them, and I'm like, call Lyft, and they go, well, call this number, and I call the insurance company, and they're like, well, call Lyft, and like nobody knows.
Nobody knows who to really call. Oh, you just Lyft. You didn't do Uber.
Yeah, I did Uber for a while. Uber deactivated me for a parking ticket.
I thought it had to be a moving violation. I thought it had to be
no, man. In Seattle, they deactivate you for. I had a couple of moving violations. I had 2 moving violations and a parking ticket, and they had to finally fess up and go, yeah, well, you know. Now they're kind of looking for people. Now they're like starving. Like, hey, you want to come back? No.
Yeah, I'm not doing it because I don't have a big vehicle. I would hate to think that if I had a vehicle, I would do it. So I don't even want to fathom that because,
you know, a Jeep, right, JT?
No, I had that minivan. I was XL only. That's all I did was XL. So you know that's 6 people. Yeah. So any one of those 6 can be sick. So yeah. So I'm glad I don't have one because I think if I had a van, I would be driving. So you know, I'm just that. It's just something about I think I'm missing money. So good thing I don't have a van because I will most certainly be doing Uber and Lyft right now. So.
Yeah, we got an airport in our city now. So we're also right here at Boeing. So the largest Boeing assembly plant in the United States is right down the street from my house. And there's an airport there, which actually opened for commercial airline traffic this year and then suspended it in May because there wasn't enough business, and they just said, well, we'll back up in August.
It was a bad time to open then, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was a good time to be a driver. Like a year ago, like this airport starts kicking in and, you know, making some money with that. But now it's just dead. And I didn't
Wow.
like how I was treated with the accident either. Like they tried to charge me every week for a car that I didn't have possession of. Oh yeah.
Oh man, they were still billing your account.
Well, they told me, because yeah, you're charged for the car every week, right? And it comes out of your pay. Well,
Right.
I didn't have the car, and then they said, well, you're supposed to have it towed to a body shop, and I said, well, how am I supposed to do that? You didn't put any information that I was have any control over the vehicle on the paperwork, you know.
Wow, that's
So the towing
crazy.
company shows up and they go, we can't, we just have to take it to impound. That's what the cops told us to do. Like, there's nothing here on this documentation that proves that you can tell us nothing about nothing.
Wow.
And so it sat there in the impound yard for almost a month, and they tried to charge me every week. I finally just called my bank and said, hey, this Lyft company, tell them to knock it off.
Right.
And they just stopped.
It was automatic deduction in your account.
Yeah.
You
So I
gotta
only paid
call.
one, and then I had to pay one more, and that was it. So it was like $147 or something like that. They ended up charging me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm done. I think it kept getting worse. I did it for 5 years. And so every year got a little worse, right? That's kind of basic American capitalism. The more people you get to do a thing, the less
Right.
valuable the thing you need people to do is.
Right. If that makes
They
sense.
pay a little less every year. It gets a little worse. You know? We got a lot of people doing this. We don't need to pay you as much as we did last year. You know?
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you jumping on board. I normally do a live stream on Sundays and Thursdays. Typical Sunday and
Yeah.
Thursday. Yeah, I had a job to do today, man. You know, I got this
that.
serious thing called BT with JT. Well, I
Yeah.
squeeze in a video on break time. I go run off and do something, but because the day Sunday, I still dubbed it BT break time. So
Change spark plugs, right?
yeah, how easy money is that?
Yeah.
And this was a mechanically inclined guy. I think you know what I think. He ain't on YouTube, but you know what I think. He had that high idle, and he thought he needed a spark plugs. Because I want to believe he's able to do that. But because he had that high idle, you saw the intake valves the intake seals they was all crushed. They wasn't sealing. So it was an air leak, and the idle was high. So I really want to believe the only reason he didn't try that because it had a leak, an air leak, and he wanted me to do it. And he was thinking he needed a tune-up because he had that high idle. I mean, go figure. Like, you got a high idle, maybe I need a tune-up. Maybe I need spark plugs. I don't know how spark plugs going to fix a high idle, but think about it, because you got to lift the plenum up, you also got to set the plenum back down. So if there's any leak, you're going to make sure you go in with new seals. And that's what I did. Went in with new seals, and that's what got rid of the idle, not the spark plug. Okay.
Let me ask you about spark plugs in modern cars, JT, because I've heard that spark plugs they last forever nowadays. Like you can put 100,000 miles on spark plugs nowadays, right?
They all pretty much platinum, so-called platinum plugs.
Right.
But the change interval, some manufacturers dish out really to I don't know what words to use, but they change intervals are kind of weird. Like that 3.6, that Pentastar engine, I can't remember when they recommend. I think it's right at 100,000. But see, we sell tune-ups. We sell tune-ups at 30,000 miles, 40,000 miles. So, right, because hey man,
I always tell people look at the book.
Yeah, well, now if it depends on if you're having problems, then yeah, we will recommend it. Go ahead and do it while we're there. I mean, 100,000 mile plugs, that is stretching it. But in order to sell those plugs, you tell consumer these are 100,000 mile platinum plugs. Well, will they last 100,000 miles?
Because I've seen like with the Chevy Sonic over there, they would loosen up after a while. Like it was weird. I don't know if it's because it's aluminum.
Loosen up. You talking about?
After a while you'd torque down the spark plugs, and after 30, 40,000 miles, I would look down in there, be like oil and stuff, and I'd have to torque it back down, which was weird. Yeah, but that's a common thing in those little 4-cylinder Chevy engines out there.
Yeah. And what's weird about that car I did today, he got me some NGK. I told him to go to the parts store and give them the make and model of your car and what plugs that they come up with. Now, I don't even think the plugs we use are Champion. I don't think Chrysler makes spark plugs. They just source it out and put a name on it and go here.
Right.
In fact, they may be NGK. They just got Champion on it. No, Champion and NGK is different, but they have Mopar on it. I don't think Mopar makes spark plugs. So, but he said he told me these will work NGK. So I screwed the NGKs in. I mean, who am I to tell him? These are wrong. It would have been a whole another monster. So
I heard you talk about in another video about the cat. Like if your plugs are bad and you're dumping fuel.
Unburned fuel, yeah, unburned. If you riding around with a misfire, all you're doing is letting unburned fuel, liquid gasoline, at some point reach your cat, and you can ruin it. Even already plugs will wear significantly at 80,000 miles. My Charger, they were capped at 50,000. Okay, yeah. So, I don't. The term 100,000 mile spark plugs should be used lightly, loosely,
right?
Very lightly. 100,000 miles is a long time, man. So
yeah.
I don't know if you want to leave your plugs in there.
Back in the old days, you had like just the steel end, and now they got like a ceramic end on them. And
it is.
My wife has a Kia Optima, and that thing burns the tops off the plugs.
Oh yeah.
Like about 50,000 miles, we got to change the plugs on it, and that's what again, you got to take the whole intake manifold off. I called the shop one day, just curious, like. I'm looking at the thing going, I wonder what it costs the shop to do it. It was like $450.
Whoa.
I guess
it have a plenum over the intake or something like that. Yeah, that's probably why they have to remove
plenum. What is that? I just call it intake manifold. I don't know.
Who is Justin? But I changed all spark plugs and PCV. See, he do it all every 100,000 miles regardless. Okay, all Mopar parts. Speak your van, man. Your van. If you ran your van, you have got the recall done with the fuel rail? That 96 model van, they had fuel leak issues. So they would make us put a complete fuel rail on it as a recall. And to get rid of that. So if you ever smelling some fuel, keep your eye on that fuel rail. There's a recall on it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, recall. Just run the van. And
I have another van. I have an 05 back here, and it's got 435,000 miles on it. Still going.
What? Oh, what kind of van?
It's an 05 Caravan.
Oh, for real? What? 3.8? 3.8 on there? What's under the hood?
3.3.
3.3 or 3.8? Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah. And I that's when I did sales. That was my pizza van, JT.
Oh yeah.
I rolled the pizza business in that van, and I would drive from here to SeaTac. It's quite a ways to work every day, and then I drive all day long to different industrial parks and stuff like that. So I did all the maintenance. I changed because here's the thing, like that's another thing Scotty said recently, one of those, they burn up the transmissions. Well, if you don't change the fluid in them, right? Like there's a reason that the fluid plugs into the radiator, right, JP? Like you kind of need that stuff.
That guy's funny, man. He'll contradict himself. Here's why you shouldn't change your transmission fluid. And then,
did you see the one where you did lacquer thinner, put lacquer thinner in your gas tank to clean your cat?
No, I didn't. That's when you was asking me about how to clean the cat. That's what he was using? Because I never saw that video.
No, he was doing a solvent thing too. But there's a few people that myth busted. So Scotty's videos.
What's your plan?
South Main guy myth busted that one. Like
South Main. That's another good channel. South Main.
Yeah, South Main
I used to have that guy confused with Eric the car guy. I used to thought they was the same.
I know
guy.
They look kind of the same.
I used to think they was the same guy. And your other dude, he just out of this world. Chris Fix. He just on he on another planet with this stuff, boy.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone way off from cars. He's like,
he's out there in La La Land. Like
he could time machines.
How do you get that many people to his videos are so just I'd be like, I'm a car guy too, so I'm watching his car videos like how does he do that? I'm intrigued, man. This guy's Chris Fix is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing dudes. That's my top three. What's your top three? The auto guys.
The auto guys, I like the again, I like the South Main guy, and
Oh, he good. I like him too. Yeah.
Scotty's just funny for entertainment value. Like I could watch that guy. He's just hilarious. I don't know.
He killed, man. I went on Scotty channel one time and tried to correct a bad answer. Boy, his loyalists ripped into me. They wore me.
Man.
Oh my God! Like, I'm sorry.
He's got his disciples out there.
Never again. I can't even. I'm not even allowed over there anymore. All I did was correct Scotty, on the wrong thing he said about a Chrysler. And they lit into my butt, but
I did a video on my van and how I got it to 435,000 miles. I did like a Q&A, and it's funny because I've gone on Scotty's channel where he's like crapping on Chryslers and specifically the Dodge Caravan, and then I'll just drop that video like, okay, well, what about this? You know,
Pine Hollow,
you heard still rolling.
Pine Hollow. I ain't never heard of that one. Who was that? Shane Subaru. I gotta go check Pine Hollow. You know this guy, Pine Hollow? I guess he's an automotive guy. Scotty's just clickbait. Oh, stop it, massive.
Yeah, clickbait. That's right. So much clickbait. I'm tempted to do some clickbait myself, you know.
Dude, man, hey, I'm not good at it. Every time I try to do it, I get called out. Stop it, JT. Stop it. You clickbaited.
I just tell people, hey, man, we're not doing this for free, man. You know.
So it was the idea for your next.
I'll drag out my videos a little bit, like I'll talk and tell jokes and stuff like that. And
10 minutes, at least, max. You know, at 10 minutes you can space the ads out, but right. I'm thinking about taking a Coke bottle, and I saw Scotty do this. Take a Coke bottle and put it in his gas tank, and put the word "don't do this." Hey, we laughing, but 3 million views later.
Oh yeah, people click on that. Like
that video was a hit, boy. I'll tell you, his marketing guys are freaking geniuses over there. David Pike, I never heard David Pike. See, Paul Joe, he always David Pike. Who is David Pike, Paul Joe? You heard of David Pike, Russ?
No, I haven't heard of that guy.
Yeah, you know, Paul Joe, he got some real friends. Oh, David Pike is not that huge. Paul Joe, this is the guy you talking about? What Paul at? This is the David Pike you talking about? Who's the other guy this guy mentioned? Somebody mentioned somebody earlier. I never heard of David Pike. And I mean, it's a small channel too, so I don't know. But that other guy, I never heard of that other guy either. I'm gonna check all those guys out when I got some questions over here I need to address. So Russ, you gonna hang around for a while, man, or what's
yeah, man, I'll be around.
All right, let me take some of these questions, man, and roll through these fairly quick. I want to start at the top. Did you check out Paul Joe? Already answered that. Paul the Trip. Hi, Russ. Oh, that was Tom Cook speaking to you. Hi, Russ, Mr. Russ. I have enjoyed your video that helped me out on my first couple calls. That's from Paul Joe. Appreciate you, Richard. Great power ruler, civilized wise, gentleman, peace king. He's speaking to us, I guess. I gave because you gave back to the automotive knowledge, which is priceless. Thank you, Richard. Justin Burden. I own a medical equipment delivery company, drive 90K a year. I drive a 2015 Caravan with 680K.
Nice.
My minivan has never been in the shop or the dealership since it was purchased. He didn't say it never broke. He just said it never been in the dealership. So that's pretty. Either he's taking care of it. Well, you know the saying: you take care of your car, they take care of you. But that's what's up, Justin. Justin Burton. That's what's up. Appreciate you.
Shocks and stuff on them.
Yeah. Well, I guess he does his own work. 680,000 miles. I'd like to imagine what can go wrong in that length of time. Justin Burton. I am a licensed AP mechanic and have done all my own. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Imagine you saved a lot of money. Justin, Mr. Ross, and JT both have saved my ass on several repairs. It's unreal. Thank you both. I am greatly blessed for the uploads and information. Thanks for watching, Justin. I appreciate it.
Man.
I appreciate it. What up, Paul Joe? There's other good mechanics on YouTube. I'm about to check. He said there's other good mechanics on YouTube, but I think you two are the funniest. Good work. Appreciate that, Paul. My man,
you gotta be entertaining, right, JT?
Oh man, dude,
bore the crap out of people.
Oh my goodness, you can't, man.
I mean, good content's good. Like even good content, if you're boring, like I'm having a hard time, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
their attention span already low. It's already at an all-time low. So
I'm kind of an ADHD fellow myself, so
if you lose them for a split second, that's a wrap. Richard, I have a 1999 Voyager with 185 miles, mobile work, very good vehicle with great AC since I live off of AC work. So Richard must be the king of that AC stuff. COVID is a real concern for Uber drivers. It is.
yeah,
It
man.
is. They passed a law now where you got to wear the mask, the drivers and the passengers. Okay.
I couldn't
So,
imagine, JT. Like I could have a hard enough time getting people to put their seatbelts on.
oh
Could you
man,
imagine?
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
wear a mask. Like,
And these grown people won't do right. I don't get
oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
put your seatbelt on and a mask. I'm out.
Yeah. Shane Subaru plugs last so long. Changing the rolls off of getting a wrench in there so they won't freeze after a couple 100,000 miles. Probably my theory. He said plugs last so long, you need to remove them every now and then so they won't lock up. Paul Joe said he gapped his plugs at 50. I assume that's the spec. At least I hope that's the spec. If you run radium plus 200K, your gap will be over 1.3 millimeter. Whoa, wow. Payne Hollow Auto Tech is a really good one. I'm gonna check that out. Scotty just stop it, massive. Scotty just clickbait makes me dumber when I watch. So I mean, I'm gonna block you, man. Don't do that, man. I like Scotty, man. Stop it. Who is this? Justin Bird. Check the gap right out of the box. Several have been way out of space. That's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They can be off. I mean, you can drop them and they be off or anything. David Pike, Motor City Mechanic. I like Motor City Mechanic. Paul, that's a fellow Chrysler guy too. In fact, he's here in Georgia. I have yet to meet him. I would love to meet that guy. Although he have his own shop now.
Detroit was Motor City, JT. What's up with that?
Yeah. That's his name, Motor City Mechanic. Although, yeah, Motor City Mechanic, David Pike. Okay, that's what's up. My man, like I say, I appreciate you jumping on board. I don't normally do these streams for no more than an hour. And I'm a little jealous because I still see some daylight behind you. And that is so unfair. Our daylight left like 8:30. That was a wrap for us. So.
It's weird though. It starts getting light at like 4:30 in the morning too. So, and here's the deal about Seattle is that in the winter, it's opposite. So around December, we get like maybe 4 or 5 hours of daylight, and it's dark all day. Have you ever seen the Twilight movies? The reason they shot the freaking vampires up here and stuff. Dark all the time. And it's raining and cloudy.
That's what's up. Hey man, what's the name? So guys, before y'all leave, I'm getting ready to shut down. Go and check out my man page. What's the name of your page again, Russ?
My webpage or
everything.
My video is Shaw Family Videos.
Shaw Family
on
Video.
YouTube. Come check that out. I don't really got a webpage going yet. I'm actually thinking about getting into the mobile mechanic thing, JT. I've done some work for people, and I don't usually film that because I just want to kind of get it done and get out.
Get out, yeah.
I've been film videos. Like people don't realize that we do put a lot of time into some of these videos.
Oh man, all the time, man. I said something I shouldn't have said the other day. I was like, yo, these content creators put a lot of energy and time into editing and stuff and uploading it. If you really want to thank them, let the ads play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actuators in a buddy of mine's Toyota van, and I'm like, I was really tempted to shoot a video, but I knew it'd take twice as long. So I just like, I'm just gonna get in and get out. But
everybody not like my buddy Tim. His wife is his partner, so she walk around hold the camera while he do his thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
That would be I had to point one time I had a GoPro on my head because I really wanted the footage, but I needed both of my hands. So and I ain't have a tripod, but I needed the footage to move around. So it gets crazy trying to get it get crazy trying to get
the cops of the body cams,
Yeah. HD body cams. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, cops got canceled now, so we could start our own
they did.
little mechanic body cam show or something.
So my man Russ Shaw, I appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate you and your channel and doing what you do. It's an honor to be on here with you, JT.
Oh, it's cool, man. I told you
for years.
I told you what caught my eye, that one video, man. Hey, if somebody asks me again, I'm telling where to go because I don't have no footage of such. Okay, so I have to send them over there.
Unorthodox to the job.
But that's what, guys. That's what's up, guys. Y'all get a video, thumbs up, man. Russ, we got to do one on your page soon, man. So
man, we'll do that.
I need to come
to.
over and meet some of your friends and see what's up. So we'll set up a time later on, probably next month, and go from there.
Yeah,
All right.
sounds good, man.
All right, man. Thanks for jumping on board. I got to get out of here, man. Thank y'all
Yeah.
for tuning in. Thanks. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe. I will see y'all on the next video.
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
All right.